Hey guys, I'm Naya and welcome back to the channel. So today we're gonna go over a couple news. Basically, it's sort of a lot of things happen. So let's just go ahead and get started. So the first thing would be the Hidden Arsenal Chapter 1 set being spoiled. And it's basically a new version of the old Hidden Arsenal, but it's going to have dual terminal printings. It's going to have a reprint of something like Skill Drain, for example, which is not exactly hard to get, but it's sort of like a feels bad moment when you need to pay so much for it just because it came off the ban list. And it's like, I don't know, I guess if you have 3 copies, cool. If you don't, there's a reprint. So like I said, the dual terminal style printings, also a collectible dice, which I think it's dope. And yeah, I think it's really cool that they decided to sort of give this new version to such an important set in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And staying on topic of sets a bit longer, a very cool thing got announced, the 2022 Megatins. And they should be dropping somewhere in, I think it's the 16th of September, so somewhere in the middle of September. And it's going to be the last tin that rounds off the ancient tablet that you can build if you sort of stack the tins on top of each other. And it just makes this image that, you know, Kaiba and Yugi sort of like in ancient Egypt, they fight, all of that, you know what I mean. And I think this artwork on... well, not just artwork, like the entire design of tins is so awesome, and I'm really sad to see it end. But I'm hyped because it's been said that a couple sets that are going to be reprinted in there, cards are going to be from the Pot of Prosperity set and also from Burst of Destiny, so the DPE set. And of course, it's not guaranteed that those cards are going to get reprinted, but you know, we can still hope, and I think that's really cool for some of the players that haven't picked up those cards yet and just might be waiting for that reprint. Now, to move on to some sadder news, basically, there have been delays, and there are going to be delays, I should say, and it's going to be a couple weeks, actually, when it comes to the Ghosts of the Past, the second Haunting set, also the Meiko Legendary Duelist, so Duels from the Deep, I think it's called, Tactical Masters, another Legendary Duelist set. I don't know what the actual reason is. All I know is that there have been sort of delayed dates announced, and that's the news I'm giving you right now. And I think that for the most part, it's been confirmed for the European territory. I don't know how it is with the North American one, but I think it just might follow suit. So yeah, there's that. It's really like lame at the end of the day, because at some points a format can get stale, and of course this new one only has just begun, so we don't know where it's going to take us, and I'm sure it's going to be in a lot of interesting directions. But still, you know, at one point people tend to get annoyed with the format, and when there's no new product, this sort of just makes everything worse. So let's just hope it does not come to that. Now, a couple fun things. Well, I mean, it's not really fun, I guess it's just funny, however you want to put it. There has been a lot of cheating on Master Duel. Let's just put it that way. Like, people legit, it's mind-blowing to me. And at that point, you all probably know what I'm talking about, but during the YCS festival, you could get medals to, basically, if you win, you get 100 medals. If you lose, you get 50. And at one point, people were like, okay, so if I lose a lot, I get medals quicker. And it's like it's Master Duel, and you would legit want to cheat, because what they did is they came up with self-burn strategies, so they would lose, because if you surrender, you don't get medals, because Konami just wants you to play the game, obviously. So they were like, okay, I'll just like... It's mind-boggling to me that someone would legit want to take time out of their day to get medals on Master Duel faster, because at the end of the day, it's like, cool, you get all those medals, you get all those gems, now you build your decks, and it's like, okay, then you might as well just pay like 10 or 20 euros or whatever and get those gems, sort of in a way that's not so petty as to cheat in Master Duel. And of course, Konami, as has been seen before, they responded quickly, and I think that's awesome. And they actually just, what they did, and I think that's a very smart move, honestly, they just upped the medals that you get when you win. They upped it from 100 to 500. So now the difference is 500 if you win and 50 if you lose. So of course people are not going to be cheating anymore. However, there has been new cheating on Master Duel because I guess people just don't know what to do with themselves. Just basically what it is, people go on Reddit and they play like 11 or 12 card decks with illegal cards turboing out Exodia. And it's like, why? You know, like, why would you do that? It's so stupid. Like, okay, cool, you just played Pot of Greed, dope. But it's like, I don't know, like at that point it's just cringe, and I'm not quite sure what's happening with that. Probably Konami is going to respond. I'm not sort of paying attention to Master Duel that much. But yeah, the cheating is very interesting. And yeah, I guess, like I said, people just don't know what to do with their time in life. So you just might encounter something like that. Now, the last piece of news when it comes to Master Duel, there has been some info and the player base is in shock. Basically, when it comes to Master Duel side events at, I guess, real events, if that makes sense, you will be able to side. However, they said that the side deck can be your entire collection, so your entire collection of Master Duel. And from how I understood it is, there is still a cap of 15 cards. But those 15 cards can be whatever. So it's like you're sitting there with your binder like in your lap, just going through the cards and just switching up with whatever you want. And at that point, of course, something like smoke screening is going to be happening. And I think that's a completely different topic. I will not go down that route, but I think smoke screening is the funniest thing in the world. When people just switch decks and then their opponents are just baffled by it. I think that's so funny. But yeah, it's sort of, you know, it promotes you investing in the game. So it's kind of obvious that they did that, and it's an obvious move, which makes it a bit, I don't know, it's like, if you cannot do that, at least that's my opinion, if you cannot do that in real life, it just makes it weird doing it on Master Duel. But we will see what the future brings, basically. Like what people might do if they are going to be playing like a completely different deck after siding, or if they are legit just going to pick the best cards to put in against any strategy in the game. Because right now, when you're limited to 15 cards, you just need to make some good decisions when it comes to deck building. Now, a couple last things when it comes to product releases. The GX box, the Speed Duel GX box, has been completely spoiled, and it's been said which characters it's going to feature and their cards and what it's going to look like. And I think it's awesome being a GX fan, like not particularly a Speed Duel fan though. I just love anything GX. And I think the Speed Duel printing is so awesome when it says Speed Duel on the card. So if I can get my hands on a couple just cool Speed Duel cards, I'll just be satisfied. And then another GX thing, and I think this is the coolest thing ever, the Crystal Beast structure deck. Like, if you're someone that watched the anime or if you played when you were little, Crystal Beasts are legit the coolest thing ever. Like, I'm repeating myself, but I have the best memory of getting someone gave me, I don't even remember who, someone in elementary school gave me a Crystal Beast Emerald Turtle, just a card, and it was so awesome, and I loved that card so much. And overall, yeah, GX and all of that, I will not get into it because I don't want this video to be 10 minutes of me rambling on about GX. But the Speed Duel box has been spoiled, and yeah, we're just waiting it to be released. And another product when it comes to Speed Duel is a bit smaller midterm box with only 4 Speed Duel decks. And now the last piece of news, probably the most exciting one, the North American YCS. That's why I wanted to wait with the video, because I wanted to include that as well. Long story short, Paul Aronson won, and he won with Adventure Punk. So it's just basically 2 new strategies from the same set mashed up in this synchro conglomerate. I think the way the metagame is evolving is amazing to me. Like, if you're not exactly a fan of Brave and a lot of the synchro stuff, the Auroradon stuff, the Cupid pitch stuff, all of that, then I just feel bad for you, because it's something that we're gonna have to be dealing with a lot moving forward. Just looking at the top, I think it was the top 32 breakdown, where like much more than half people played adventure stuff, and it just goes to show that this engine is incredibly important in today's metagame. And overall, just everybody played it. Like the decks, they just had Brave in it. It was Brave something, Brave another thing. And yeah, like I said, if you're not exactly a fan of that and a fan of the meta going in the same direction when it comes to like a strategy or an engine, I should say, then I guess it's just something you're gonna have to adapt to. However you do that, whether you play a different deck, a deck that combats the meta, or if you like it, then dope, you know? But I think it's awesome how many decks actually can use Brave, because looking at it at first glance, there were only a couple decks that we were sure they can use it. But when it comes to something like, you know, Sky Striker Brave and just a lot of different strategies, and I think it's so awesome. Overall, I like, you know, you probably know I'm a fan of the meta. I love everything meta, and I love to see it evolve. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Basically, hopefully this video wasn't too long, but we did have a lot of news to cover. So if you find these videos entertaining, like, I love making them. If you have anything to add, anything to say, anything to comment on, what I should improve, what I should do better, just let me know, because I'm only here to improve at the end of the day. So thank you for sticking around. Make sure to check out everything, you know, all of the social media, the Discord, everything. Make sure to give the video a like, give me a sub, check out everything, like I said before, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.